Vietnam. Not only does beautiful tektite come from Vietnam, but so do fresh coconuts. Well, as fresh as you're going to get them. Inside there, sealed Mother Nature freshness. Very rarely you get them rancid. Very rarely. Normally they come very healthy, and oh my goodness, can't describe how lucky Vietnam, Thailand, all the countries like Cambodia and Indonesia, they're so lucky, because not only the flesh is so healing, but the coconut water is a healer. So we're very lucky on the Costa del Sol, a company, I don't know what the name of the company is. Let's have a look. Minshi fruit. Okay, well, thank you, Minshi fruit. There you go. Plugged them. I don't know who they are, but I think they're doing well off me. I've bought about 100 of them so far, but I actually was going to import them from Bali. I was going to bring a container load and start to sell them locally. Not to just make a profit, but more so to have coconut every day. Like when I'm in Bali, I have coconut every day. So that's the healing, the properties, the nutrients, the minerals. Mother Nature gives you everything that you need, and it's fabulous. So welcome everybody. 17 beautiful souls on today. Thanks for joining me. It's incredible, hey? 17 beautiful souls out of 195,000 subscribers. Now tell me I am not heavily monitored. They really are petrified of my work. They're after all healers anyway, because healers predominantly see through the bullshit. I mean, true healers see through the bullshit. It shocked me in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and even till 2024, that some healers actually are still going for their boosters. The so-called healers literally going for boosters and pushing everybody to have the jab. So it's true with what a lot of the ancients used to say. There's a lot of people who say they are, but they're not. So you have to be very aware of this. It's really weird, really weird. I just don't understand it at all. I don't get it. The program is so deep, but so people claim to be healers. There you go, telling people to go and have a poison. I go and work that out if you can. So yeah, we're very dangerous. Of course we are. Pure energy healing is a form of healing that I put together because I believed in my whole heart that I would never find the true purpose of healing. I would never find the true meaning of healing unless I found it within myself. Therefore, pure energy healing is exactly that. Pure energy healing, when I share this technique with you, predominantly is opening your mind, your body, your soul. It's opening your spirit in a safe way to be able to believe in yourself, to believe in your own power, to believe in your own technique. So all of these things can come when you experience the actual process of everything to do with pure energy healing. I called it pure energy healing because there wasn't a word that I could find that made sense to what I was sharing as a guide to other people who came to learn the technique. And the word pure for me was not that it's pure, but I'm working towards pure. I'm working towards 100% love, 100% non-judgment, 100% everything that is of balance. So I'm here today. The title today is What is Pure Energy Healing and How Does It Work? Many people ask, how does pure energy healing work? So the best way to describe this, the best way to explain this is how it started with me. So before I became a healer and before I even walked a path of healing, I had no real belief system. I probably mocked more, but deep down, when I mocked it, I knew inside that I wasn't really mocking it. I was just turning away from it. I just didn't feel ready to face the truth. But I always knew when I joked, when I say mocked, I didn't mock healers. I didn't not mock. I kind of joked. I just joked about everything. So a great example was before I learned how to do psychic readings with cards and just with energy work. I remember going to a friend with my first wife, and she was playing around with some cards. And I looked down. I says, "What are you doing there?" She says, "Oh, I'm doing tarot." I says, "Oh, do you want me to show you?" She says, "Why do you do it?" I says, "Yeah, I've been doing it for years." Joking, sat down and started reading for her, and she started crying. She literally started pouring tears, and I started laughing. I says, "What are you crying for?" She says, "This is amazing." And I'm like, I didn't even realize what I was doing. And it was quite scary, actually. It kind of took me back. And I pushed it aside, rejected it, and just thought, no, it's nonsense. And the signs were always there. And I think they are for all of us. We just tend to choose not to look at them. So I think we're all on a healing path. And I think there's no greater moment of realization that in 2020, that was the beginning. For me, it was earlier, but really it started in 2020. People started to realize that this world that we live in is not the world we thought we came to. We realize that this world has been hijacked. This world is not feeding our soul. This world is not feeding our physical body. This world is not healing us on an energetic level. There is something happening that is beyond our sight, in the sense of we feel sick, we feel tired, we feel drained, we feel like, what's the point of being here? This is, and all by design. So we realize that this isn't the world that we signed up for. It's been hijacked. And maybe we did sign up for it. Maybe you'll say, no, I knew exactly why I came here, and I'm strong, and I'm working on it, and I'm trying to help people wake up, and I'm working on myself. That's brilliant. That is not me. The point being is that when I came to this magical mountain called Mijas Pueblo at the time, not so magical now, things have changed here just like everywhere else. The world has, the vibration has lowered tremendously because of the poisons and because of the frequency that they're emitting every day. This is one of the reasons why we all need to become a healer. We have to understand this. We have to feel it. You can't understand any of it unless you experience healing, unless you've learned how to heal. That's when you really, truly understand when you're healing. So I came here, and then through synchronicities, I met certain people along that journey. So the first one was the Psychic Queen of Ireland. She then started sharing stuff with me, and then said, would you like to learn a bit of healing as well as the tarot? And I went, okay. So she showed me her technique. I didn't really feel anything, didn't understand it. I didn't get it. So I as spirit does, keeps bringing it back to you. So you do get it, and you start going down that path. So then I met another lady called Shirley. She started sharing more information of the spirit world and how it works, teaching me how to read flowers, teaching me how to connect to spirit, teaching me many things. Still, I didn't really observe the energy of healing per se, but I saw it through the psychic work. So I was actually seeing healing taking place. So like, that was interesting. But still, there was a pull that there was an itch that I couldn't scratch. Even though I've just scratched, I couldn't scratch it. It just never went away. So the pull that then brought me to certain people who were healers. And I met like many different healers. I went down a path of trying to understand pranic healing and enjoyed that for a short while. And then I started working with shamans and watching how their techniques were. and so on. And as I kind of moved along the journey of learning from different modalities, techniques, I started coming to a stumbling block all the time. Something was happening that I couldn't move forward. And it was in conjunction with something which my first mentor told me, that, you know, she had a PhD in chemistry. And so, you know, if you've got a PhD, you're obviously in that brain set, you're in that system set. So the one thing that she said is that you must question everything. And me being me is questioning everything. What does that mean? I came up with this idea of writing everything down. So I think what she meant was, don't believe anything, question everything. And so I did. I started questioning everything. And for 9 solid months, I questioned everything. So I was learning through pranic, through shamanic healing, and learning from mediums that did spiritual healing, learning from loads of different people, seeing their technique and practicing that technique. I would give it a chance. I would give it, you know, a good chance. But that itch kept itching all the time, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Like, well, I'm writing everything down. These wonderful things were happening, but something still didn't add up right. So something, it's like, what is this? And I've come to understand what that is. And that is that we all have a certain frequency. We all have been here before. We are all healers in our own way. And right now, I could say that you are a healer. And you would say, no, I'm not. I'd say, well, you are. I mean, all of you have a certain gift, and most of you don't follow that gift. You might laugh at it, you might do it, but it might not really be relevant, because the program, the evil system program, has made you believe that you are not special. It's made you believe that everything that you are, which is special, is not. So, like, my speciality is the way I heal. Your speciality is the way you heal. Bit like singers. A singer has a frequency, like another singer has their frequency. They found their frequency. They found their voice. Like, if I want to sound like a bird, you know, I could mimic it in 50 different words, but I know the best word, my best mimic of that energy, that vibration is this. I've got that frequency. I can do different birds. I can, but I know, and I feel that's a lovely frequency, and it works well with me. When I speak in ways of stories. I share stories, and those stories can be very, very touching. And the stories are of pure experience. No lies, not made up, just focused stories, focused experience. So I go into the detail, and I'll take you on a journey of a story, and I'll take you all over the place, and eventually you'll come back to the meaning of the story, and then, wow, that's lovely. I understand you. I understand your soul. I understand your spirit. I feel you when you are next to me. I know your personality. I know your strengths. I know your weaknesses. That was my gift. That gift kind of expanded into, I don't need to tell you this, but what I do need to know, that now I know your weaknesses, is how I can strengthen those weaknesses through pure energy healing. So through all my beautiful difficulties, my beautiful path, my journey on this healing path, I came to understand, when people were asking me after maybe 5 years of full healing, they were asking me, I want to learn what you do. And instantly I was like, I felt bad instantly. Like, I've only been doing this 5 years. You know, maybe you should go to a teacher who's been doing it 30 years. I think that's far more suitable. than me, because I'm still learning. And every day I learn something new. Even to this day today, I've learned something new after doing absolute healing for somebody. And this is the beauty and why I call it pure, because it's not pure. Doesn't mean fake. It doesn't mean, it's a word that cannot be tainted. It is ever changing. It's ever beautiful. It's not stagnant. It's not ABC 1, 2, 3. It's pure to the very essence of who you are, and it's pure to me, to who I am. So pure energy healing is basically a way to tap into your gift and for you to recognize it, see it, believe in yourself, and then move forward in any direction you feel that you want to go. So at the beginning, some people who are extremely intelligent, who have done all the programming, system programming, they're normally the ones with the most resistance. The ones with the least resistance are the people who never went to school hardly, who can't read properly or write. They've got dyslexia. They don't, like, I can't do anything. They're the ones with the least resistance. And I find that there's a point where people learn the online pure energy healing course now, and when they used to come here, that there was this battle between this idea that the system is stronger than themselves, because you see, they see this fictitious energy as government, as teaching, as wisdom, to be an energy that is stronger than them, more powerful, because you're never taught by the demonic system that you are and you have everything that you need, that you are ultimately an incredible source of energy. We just need to find that source within you for you to believe in and trust in and realize who you are, because that really is, when people say to me, what does it actually mean? Who am I and why am I here? I'm like, the only thing I can tell you is the truth, is that you need to know that you're a healer. That's why you're here. You're here to learn how to heal. But then people say, well, I don't want to learn Reiki. And it's not about that. If you meet a real healer, they will help you become the absolute individual, unique healer, no matter what path you take. So it's an awakening of your healing energy, not I'm a healer and I heal people. So what we do is we take people on a journey from day one to 20 years of learning all the tools to help you begin the journey. Tools which are how to cleanse others, what spiritual tools, what shamanic tools we use, what natural oils we use, what sprays we use now, and how we create the energy in that room to begin that healing process between two beautiful souls. So you are healing, they are healing. They've come for a healing session. You give healing, but you're receiving healing to be able to give the healing. So it comes through you before it gets to them. So we have to learn to understand that for me to be the most powerful vessel, I can never be a powerful vessel unless I am open, unless I am willing to trust. So when your vessel is closed because you have fear or doubt or worry, then the energy that comes through will stay within your energy to help open you up. So in time that you will be open, but once you really believe in yourself and know that what you're doing is something extremely important for your journey, for your life purpose to unfold, which it will, always does, might take time, it might take a minute. But once you start to realize who you are, and that confidence, which is a frequency and energy, which is you, it's a battery life that grows and grows, then your healing takes place. You become a frequency for others to feel that energy and to grow and to recognize who they are. You become a lighthouse. So the pure energy healing course, which many people ask me about, say, well, what is the technique? So what I did at the very beginning was, I don't really want to teach anybody anything because I don't feel that I'm a teacher. I don't even after thousands and thousands of hours working on clients, I still to this day don't consider myself a teacher. I consider myself a guide in the sense of, here's what I do, watch, try it, but don't copy it. Don't be the copy of Mark, because what Mark does is different from what you do. What I want you to do is try it, and all of a sudden Mark does this, but I feel that I need to do this. Well done. That's exactly what you need to do. You're following the instinct, the spirit inside you that is guiding you to be the healer that you already are. So you're just remembering and you're learning and what feels right. So pure energy healing is non-touch. However, sometimes I'll rest my hand on somebody's heart, or I might go 2 inches. When I first started this healing work, I was using pranic. And if anybody knows pranic, you can go across the room and do pranic healing. You cup your hands, you can go close, and you can comb, you can move the energy into salt water. So there's so many techniques we can use and utilize. So when I'm watching somebody and they follow my technique to the letter, I'm kind of hesitant to that because I know that you don't heal like me. So I try and give confidence in the 4-day course to let people follow their intuition, their guidance, and believe in it. Believing in what you're doing is partly the same as the placebo effect. The placebo effect is utter bullshit. It's been hijacked. What placebo means is self-healing. It's believing in yourself to be able to heal yourself. When you believe in yourself, you can heal others as well as yourself. So I'm trying to break you free from the brainwashing system that's told you that healing's bullshit. It doesn't work. There's no proof. It's nonsense. They're all tree huggers. Everything that darkness does is to try and stop you from attuning to your highest self. You know, there was a program, there was a film once, and it was all about blue people. And these blue people went to a tree and they had tails, and it was called, was it Avatar, something like that. And their tail hooked into this very spiritual tree, which had long, bits, and it connect, and they would have this connection to the tree. And this is really who we're meant to be. We're meant to be connected to Mother Nature, that we feed from her tree. We feed from her soil, Mother Nature's body. We feed from our mother. And this has been hijacked. So healing is the same. It's been hijacked. And when people say, how do I heal? I say, well, once you've done this 4-day course and you continue healing people, and it doesn't matter whether it doesn't matter how you feel. Most people just say it's a miracle. It's amazing. Everybody felt great, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But the secret is to keep going, to keep healing people, and keep doing it, continually doing it, because the more you do it, the more you heal yourself, and the more you strengthen, the more you see, the more you feel, and the more you understand. So it's basically practice makes perfect. Oh, I'm a natural healer. Like, this course isn't for you, right? Because that's just ego. We're all natural healers. When you're bragging and you're boasting about how amazing you are, then to me that it just doesn't feel. Why would a boxer go into a pub and start telling everybody he can beat everybody up? He wouldn't, because he knows he could if he's a professional boxer, and actually stops everybody from talking about boxing, and he doesn't want to fight anybody. If somebody says, oh, that he's a champion boxer, and somebody's drunk and comes over, he's like, I don't want to box you, mate. I don't want to fight you. Even though he knows he can knock him out no matter what he says. Not interested. The only time I'm going to box is if you go into a ring and we do it professionally. Same with me. I don't want to talk about it. They tell, oh, I'm an amazing healer. Everybody loves me. I'm brilliant. Oh, the things I've done. Right? No. When people ask me what I do, I tend to say, nothing. I'm retired now. That's what I say. And I avoid telling them that I'm a healer because I don't need to tell people I'm a healer. It's not important. What's important is that we learn, and through the experience of healing, we grow and grow and grow. Now, why become a healer? Ultimately, it's to know who you are, what your purpose is, because and where you're going and why you're here. Because healing is part of it. That's why it's attacked every day. It's been attacked forever. They killed the healers Friday the 13th. They killed the witches. They killed. They like right now they're trying to suppress all healers who work with any kind of healing technique. Every person who's a natural path, anybody who does anything natural, they're trying to kill it with Codex Alimentarius. They're trying to kill it. They've always been trying to kill natural healing. They've been trying to kill fruits. They've been trying to kill vegetables. They've been trying to poison everything that is natural. So being a healer, you recognize all of these things along your journey. Everything fits into place when you become a healer. Everything fits into place. It all comes to you. Why? Because you, like the avatar, you become connected to this ultimate, free, universal, beautiful energy that pours through you. So then your body starts to magnify. It starts to become the most powerful crystal in the world. You shine so bright that evil panics. You find that people don't affect you anymore. You, like, prior to me being a healer, if somebody said something nasty to me, it would affect me for months and months. If somebody would hurt somebody on the street, it would affect me for months. If I saw pain and suffering on the internet, it would affect me for months and months. If somebody kind of tried to attack me, I would knee jerk very quick. Before I became a healer, I didn't really think too much about anything, but was guided by a force. When I became a healer, that guiding force became my voice. Whereas before, my brain was my voice. So most people don't realize that they listen to their brain. A healer listens to their inner voice that speaks to them. And people say, how do I know? You only know when you start healing. It only really comes when you start to heal. When you spend them hours in that healing mode, where it's music playing gentle, it's in the silence, and you're feeling frequency and energy, you're understanding, it's almost like you smile, because at some point you'll realize that you've done this before. And I would say, if you're the 1% that come from my home world, you've done this every time you've been here in other worlds. So they know this. Darkness, evil, satanic, monsters, attachments know this. So they spend every hour, every moment trying to stop you from knowing who you are. So when people say to me, who am I, Mark? What's my journey? I always say, become a healer. It is the first point of call. It is your first step along your journey, just like the golden child. If you want to find the golden child, you've got to take your first leap of faith. This is the first step of your journey. Now, can you say, Mark, that everybody who's done the pure energy healing course has benefited and they've found their path and they know who they are? No, it doesn't work like that. But it certainly does something to every single person who's done the course. What I've noticed in all my time that there was a change. And when asked, as I have done thousands of times to people who have come back to me, I've asked them, you remember when you did the course? Yes. Did anything happen at any point between then and now that you can look back and say that the course helped? There was never one person I've met to this moment who experienced this 4-day learning, this guidance, that said, most of them were blown away, tears, realizing how powerful this universal energy is through us. I mean, it's us, it's you. Your universal energy is you, because you are the soul, the spirit of that universal energy. All you're doing is experiencing your home world, and you're using that frequency, that energy to heal people. That's why light is always here. Darkness cannot kill that light. It can only kill the physical, can't kill the soul. Only entity can have the power to take control of the actual body, but it can't control the soul. The soul can't be hijacked. It can't be sold. It can't be bought. It can't be twisted. The soul is always the soul. It's pure, and you can't do it. You can suppress it. You can hijack the body. You can do all sorts to the body, but the soul is always the soul. The spirit is always the spirit. Meaning that when you are working as a healer, what happens is your physical body gets stronger and stronger, and the connection to your soul becomes more and more. So it's like the soul can take control of the bodysuit, which it's meant to, fully. So the more you heal, the more you activate your physical body, so that your spirit works in different parts of the body. So you activate your crown chakra at some point. You activate your third eye, your pineal gland. You activate your heart chakra. You activate all of these chakras. You activate your power points, which I call on the knees. You activate your shoulders. You activate underneath your soles of your feet. These are power points. There's so many power points. You activate the power points here. And activate basically means that your spirit is now in that energy, like hand in glove. Whereas when you're sick and you're upset and you're angry, it's like you become dense, and that the soul becomes suppressed to go through the body. That's why when you're lying down having a healing session with me or other pure energy healers, they will clear the body of all that denseness, so that your conscious soul, your soul, is actually free to flow all through your body. So you are now yourself. You've never felt this before. You won't have felt this before. There's some kind of energy that we can only kind of put together with inner peace. I feel peace. It's not actually peace. It's basically that your body, your physical body is now cleared, and you are a vessel now for the very spirit, the soul that you are, to run through it all. So everything is wow, my God, my soul is within my hands and here, so I can heal stronger. So then you'll get an even more powerful energy. I can see clearer when my eyes are closed, because the energy is cleared the eyes, which of all the pain that you've seen, it's gone. Now your spirit can move freely, and it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. It's hard to put into words, and sometimes it might sound over exaggerated, but it isn't. None of this is over exaggeration. People, whether they know it or not, after learning pure energy healing in 4 days, and if they do it correctly and they have clients ready, I can't heal. What am I going to call anybody up for? Well, being here, you can't do that. Being here, I've already got your clients ready. So you're going to work on them whether you like them or not. So when you go on to the Pure Energy Healing Academy, it's like, okay, I want to learn pure energy healing. I want to spend 4 days and I want to be fully focused on it. And I want to do this correctly. I'm not going to allow my fear of my programming to tell me that I'm not good enough, like your teachers do, like your mum and dad could have done, like your best friends can do all the time. They always tell you, you shouldn't do that. Maybe, you're really good enough. Really, can you? I'm not so sure. Clear all that bullshit away, all that programming, all that weakness of others, and you say, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna take 4 days of my life, whether it's 2 weekends in a row, or whether it's the full 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like we do here. I'm going to get my clients ready. I'm going to ask all my friends. I want to learn how to heal, and I want to try and help anybody. I want to give good energy to anybody. And it's not me, it channels through me, and it's from our home world, and it's all beautiful. Basically, it's an ancient practice that gives inner peace and gives energy to you, so you feel more energetic. I mean, there's a lot more than that, but trying to persuade your family and friends, what is it? It's healing. I don't need healing. What do I want healing for? What is it? Well, it's a form of, do you want to feel happier and stronger? Do you want to feel like I've got loads of energy? That's all it is. Simple as that. So we make it easy for them. We don't complicate it. We don't tell them anything. We just say it's just, and all you do is lie down, and I just get on with it. And then after an hour, I'll either wake you up, or I'll ring a bell, and then that's it. It's really that simple. And if you really truly have people who love you, friends who really, really love you, they will jump at the chance. They will absolutely want to help you. The real true people who care for you in your life, the ones who are not fake, not the ones who want something from you, not the ones who wants to stop you from moving forward so that they're going to be angry and jealous because you are moving forward without them. I'm talking about people who love you for who you are. So you'll find out who your friends are there as well. And sometimes you can find out that there weren't even your friends, and they were really bad energy. And that's another thing that you learn, which is a good thing in the end. Ultimately, that's a good thing, to learn who your friends are truly, and who are just simply those that are just fillers in. So it's beautiful. So you take the course, you sign up for the course, you're ready for the course, and you ask all your family and friends. I'd really love to be able to do a healing session with you. On day one, it's all about learning about everything of how to use certain oils, where to use them. But you don't need to have the oils, but it's good to learn it. It's good. If you've got some oils, great. You just use the oils. You don't have to buy anything. And if you want some crystals lying around, bring them, fine. You don't have to use them at all. You just need yourself there. The one thing that I find would be wonderful before you take the course is ask to borrow. Put a message out there on Facebook, or if you're really serious and you think, I'm going to do this right, I'm going to save up and I'm going to buy a massage bed. Now, massage beds, you can buy them secondhand. You just go onto Facebook and ask anybody locally, have you got a massage bed? You can sometimes pick them up for 20 euros, and sometimes 50 or 30 or 45 euros. Sometimes you pay a little bit more, but buy a bed before you start the course. The healing bed is for me essential, because then you're stood up and you can work around them. And when you're watching the videos on these 4 days, which you will watch every hour a new video, it's great because it's visual. So you're watching me talking to you, and then I say, okay, get up. Now we're going to start to do a healing. And then you get your clients ready. Everything is written down, so you know when your healing sessions need to be done. So it's not like, oh, when do I do it? It's all, it's healing for dummies, because I'm a dummy. So it's easy. So you get the bed ready. We show you how to get the bed ready. We show you how to get the room ready. In the first day, we teach you how to cleanse the room. We teach you how to cleanse yourself. So it's all self-explanatory. There's no scratching my head knowing I don't know what I'm doing. You will, because we spent tens of thousands to get this online course, video course ready for you. We got the best film people. We got the best sound people. We got it so right. And then we got Leila Sati then created what looks like a kind of app almost. So it tells you that you have to watch the video right to the very end. When you get to the end, you have to click this button. If you don't go to the end, you can't click that button. So you have to watch it all the way through. You can't be like going back and forth. You've got to watch it all the way. You can't go halfway and say, I'll watch the next video. No, it won't let you. You've got to watch it all the way. No cheating here. Watch it all. And you won't want to cheat. Why would you want to cheat? Don't even do it if you're thinking about cheating. That would infuriate me. It will get me so upset. This is 4 days of your life, 4 tiny days of your life to digest everything and to feel it all inside. So you go to the end, then you click to the next video. And when you've done a healing session on somebody after the halfway through the second day, after you've done it, you've got to take their name, their telephone number, their email address. Once you've put all that in, you can move on to the next video. So no cheating. You do it properly, or else don't cheat. Go somewhere else. Go and do a Reiki course. Go and do a pranic course. Don't do this course unless you're 100% like, I want to do this course. I want to take 4 days off my life and I want to learn everything that Mark has learned in 20 years. And I swear, I share so much of all that I've learned. I don't hold back. I don't believe in secrets. I believe in sharing everything. So this course is incredible. It's incredible. You've got two people who are guiding you, not teaching you, guiding you. There's myself, and then there's somebody called Leila Sati. Now, she's also a pure energy healer, and she's somebody who speaks in the way of more intellectual. So when I speak, it's like, what did he mean? And she'll take over and say what Mark meant. So I need that. So that's a great combination of male and female energy, feminine and masculine coming in. So you've got two people sharing what their experience is, which is great. There is no ego in me, and it's like the more that share their experience is phenomenal. So when you've got your bed and you've got it all ready and you bring your first customer in and you press the video, and now the music comes on, so you're watching everybody healing in the room, and you feel like you're in the room, and you feel like you're healing your client, where we're all healing somebody. So we're all healing in this big, beautiful room. So you always feel comfortable. And I don't know, I don't read the comments here, but hopefully there might be some people on here who may have taken the course, who may say to you, I took the course and I enjoyed it. I took the course, it was incredible. I took the course and, you know, I only did half of it, or you might get different conversation. But from my experience, the first time we ever uploaded this online course, which I kind of struggled, I never wanted to do online courses, but we had to, because what happened was we were all locked away. And this was the only way I could help people learn pure energy healing. And so many people wanted to learn. The first time we put it out there, we had over 104 or 5 people take the course. And all I can tell you is that from that moment on, and from the next course to the next course to the next course to the next course, we kept repeating that course. All we ever got was tears. All we ever did at the end of every time we did the live chat was, I looked at Leila, and Leila looked at me and she said, this really is one of the best courses in the world. And I'm like, I think you're right. And Leila should know she's done thousands of courses. I mean, she does courses all the time. So I know it's worth everything. Save up for it, invest in it. Once you're invested in it, then you will take it seriously. If you get it for nothing, most people don't care. And that's the sad part about life. Save up for it, invest in it. Once you've invested in it, you will take it serious, and you will be an amazing healer. You will be the best healer. You will heal yourself. You will understand yourself more. You will understand life more. You will understand your energy more. You will understand your knee-jerk reactions. You'll understand what energy is, where it moves, how to heal it. You'll understand life more. You'll understand people more. When you understand energy more, you understand life. There is one famous man that said, to understand life, you have to understand that everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. And that is the truth. But you only understand that if you learn energy, frequency, vibration. There's only one place to learn that, and that's to become a healer. So the guy was right, but what he never said is that you need to become a healer to understand it, because he probably, I don't know, maybe it wasn't what he understood. He never put the pieces together. But it really is that. So I don't normally do this, but let me put it to you guys. Is there anybody here that wants to ask a question about pure energy healing? And is there anything that you're a little bit concerned about? If there's anything that you want to know, all you need to do is simply go to the Pure Energy Healing Academy.com, scroll down and send a message with your question. But you can ask here as well if I don't answer your question. So I'll give you a few moments. Is there anything that you'd like to ask about this beautiful course that we do? I'll just have a drink. While you're typing, I just want to show you something that I've been working with. This is an absolutely beautiful piece of natural malachite. Absolutely gorgeous. This has been a joy. This is the piece that I've been working with as well on a night. This is called absolutely gorgeous as well. This is from the mountain of Mount Shasta. I'm really enjoying this one too. That's by my bedside. This one's here, apocalypse, absolutely beautiful piece of apocalypse. Phenomenal work. And black tourmaline, it's only a small piece, but in the hand is absolutely divine. And working with black tourmaline is fantastic. So with healing comes the next step, which is crystals. It's incredible. So how it works, but okay. If you want to ask me about any other form of healing, I don't know, guys. I have no idea. I'm just sharing healing from the pure energy healing. That's all. So if you ask me about other healing techniques, don't ask me because I don't know. I'm not qualified to answer any of those questions. All I'm qualified, in my humble opinion, is pure energy healing. Okay, I'm actually, the questions I'm interested in is more about the healing course rather than how to heal you of certain things. That's for a different day. This is about the course. This is practical questions about the course. So if there's any practical questions, if you're asking me about how to heal yourself, that's for something else. This is just for those who are interested in the pure energy healing course and they want to learn how to they want to learn how to heal, and they're going to say, okay, I'd like to do the course, but can you tell me, I'm this kind of, can I do, like, that's the kind of question I'm looking for. Okay, I don't really see anything. Sorry, it looks like there's a clown in here. There always is. They're not clowns. They're just deliberately there by darkness. That's what happens. And it's happening to so many people right now. Oh, my God. The darkness is really ramping up through weaknesses and those what I call the backdrop people. They're just walking automatons. So you get used to that. And that's another beautiful thing about pure energy healing. You learn quickly about those. Hi, Mark. Aspects of pure energy healing. Okay, question. Are there any aspects of your pure energy healing course that involve Reiki? I have level 1. No, but I don't. I can't comment for Reiki. All I know that there's a kind of like pranic healing. Master Kokosui had his own technique, and that technique is his own. Now, what I found when learning pranic healing is that what was told to me by one of my guides, teachers, was that you should never hold your hand over the eye of somebody of age, like 80 years old, for longer than a few minutes. That then suppressed me from healing somebody's eyes. So what I found was when I broke free from that initial feeling and that guidance that stopped me, when I let go of pranic, I then started following my own truth. And I had my first lady who was 89, Penelope, she was called. And she said when I first gave her healing, she was struggling with her eyes. And I had a full hour session and I worked on her eyes for maybe an hour and 20 minutes. And her eyes started getting stronger. So Master Kokosui may have had such great power in his hands that what his guidance was because of his power. I'm not saying he's wrong, but I realize that what my power is going to be different from yours. What your power is going to be different from mine. So you're going to feel what works best for you. That's my take on that. Reiki, all I know is that people who came to me who were Reiki masters always said that there was something missing. I never really truly understood till I did the course. Now I understand. That isn't a lie. That is 100% accurate. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm not exaggerating for any reason, but we don't do hands-on, hands-off kind of thing. We don't do symbols. We simply flow and we allow this energy to come through us and guide us. So we are the guiding force through the consciousness that we are. We are the teacher. We are the pupil. And we find that guidance takes us down a natural path of healing. So it doesn't matter whether I've had people who have done Reiki who've come here. I had one lady who brought Reiki to Spain. Actually, was the first person to bring Reiki many years ago to. It was Madrid, not Barcelona. It was Madrid, and she learned pure energy healing, and she said she just was like, I understand now, I get it. And she realized that she was stuck in this until something happened in the 4 days. Then she that was it then. Now, the thing is with pure energy healing, we're not egoist. You don't see me posting that I'm the founder of Pure Energy Healing. Very, very, very rarely, and I hate even saying it, you don't see other pure energy healers pumping out, I'm a pure energy healer. You find that pure energy healers mainly, they might take the logo and say, yes, I've taken the pure energy, but pure energy healing encourages you to find your own destiny, to find your own modality, to find your own healing path, to find your own technique, and never to be rigid and to be stuck, but to flow. And whatever moves and changes through client to client, you become a way of adapting to everything. So I'm not saying that Reiki doesn't work. I know it works because intention and energy is everything. However, I just think that pure energy healing allows people to grow out of a certain modality to their own. So I kind of see it like when I close my eyes and think of God or Jesus, I don't go into a church or a synagogue or a temple. I go into the forest and I asked to speak to God, Jesus, the spirit world, angels, and I asked them to show me. I've never had one spirit ever from my home world ever say, go into a church, go to a synagogue, go to a Mormon church, go to a whatever church, go to Scientology. Never once have I ever had that. And I have spoken to spirit throughout these 20 years of doing psychic readings, mediumship, if you want to call it that. I just say attunement. And I feel your grandmother, I feel your child, I feel your dog. Never once did I hear the spirit world tell me to go and find the Book of Mormon, to go and do it. No, what I found was to listen within and find the voice, connect to that voice. And it always led me to learning how to heal. So I think healing is more than just healing. It's finding who you are, what your purpose is, where you're from, and so much more. But again, it's practice makes perfect. You know, it's like, you know, you can experience something on the first healing session. Of course you can. But I think if people knew after doing it for 8 years, whether it's once a week or 3 times a week, whatever it is, you do it, you're open to it all the time. You have no idea what the investment you're giving yourself. You don't know the healing. You don't know the age, you're aging. It's like you don't age the same. Your physical body, your parts are strengthening and healing and growing stronger. They're growing younger. You know, my healing path of the full 12 to 13 years that I was solid healing, I've got to say, I have never felt as young. And to this day, after all of those hours of healing, and now working on crystals every day and doing absent healing every day, I've got to say, I'm not doing so bad. I'm nearly 60. I'm not doing bad. I know I don't look 40, but I think I'm doing all right. And I look at myself and that's my body weight. Yeah, a little tiny bit of a belly, but not that much. And I don't know what I weigh. I don't weigh myself because I don't believe in that. But, you know, I pinch my skin and it goes straight back again. It's like, you know, it won't straight back again. So I don't put that down to just a healthy living. I put it down to energy. I put it down to cleansing myself daily, using oils and sprays and cleansing and clearing every day, working with crystals, healing people indirect via the screen. I mean, I have these 2 books that I fill every day. I write in these books, right? So the names, every day I'm writing names. All of these names are in these books, and I keep writing them down every day. And what I do is I try my best at least once to 2 times a day to put these books here in front of me, put the music on. It's my ritual. Take whatever crystal I'm working with, put it on the book, rest my eyes and ask for healing for those. So through my understanding of the spirit world, I connect to every single soul on that list and give healing. And I always keep people on that list. I don't take them out. I leave them there for 1 year. After that 1 year, I change the books and start again. So yeah, I have my own routine. I do what I feel. If somebody's in a really, really bad place, I tell them to go to the Pure Energy Healing and click on any healer there. Find a healer, scroll down, find a healer, have a healing session. You'll understand then what it means. But can you imagine, after 4 days of doing the Pure Energy Healing course, you then have all the tools to heal yourself. It doesn't cost you anything then to have a healing session because you give it to yourself. You learn to scan your body and understand it. You learn to understand if there's any issues that need to be healed before cancer comes. I swear blind, I thought I had cancer right here. And I worked on it for at least 2 months. Now I'm healed. It's gone. And I know if I'd have gone to a doctor or like in fear, and then it gets worse and worse, I'm like, yeah, there's something here, but I'm going to heal that. And I'm going to heal anything in my body. That's what I'm doing. And to this day, I still heal myself. To this day, I started a cleansing on the 26th. and that is to heal my stomach even more, meaning that I wanted to strengthen my stomach more than I've ever strengthened it. So I don't have irritable bowel syndrome anymore. When did it stop? When I became a healer. So when people say, well, how do I get rid of irritable bowel syndrome? I say, become a healer. They look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, well, that's the only thing that helped me. I became a healer and learned to heal myself. And as I'm healing people, I realized that I don't have any attacks anymore. And I've never had an attack since I became a healer. Sometimes I have a dodgy stomach, and if I eat something and too late and my stomach bloats a little bit, I'm like, okay, I'm going to learn how to heal that. So now I stop eating at 2:00 and I don't eat again till round about 9. So that's every day since the 26th. And my routine is what I put out on here on one of the lives. I told you all how to heal leaky gut. So you've got all the information on if you look back on the videos of the past few days, you'll see it there. So that's it really. Reluctantly, I don't know why. I think it's because I'm sick of hearing people selling gold. I'm sick of people selling stuff that they don't really believe in, and they're just wanting commission on their podcasts. And it feels like I don't want you to think I'm like that. I'm not a pusher of my course, but I should be. And this is where the darkness wins. The darkness has stopped me from speaking my truth because of what other people do when I know it's frauds and charlatans and people who are just wanting commissions. Yes, I charge for my course, but I also gave it away so many times and put it next to nothing. But you know what? It doesn't work. A waste of energy, in my humble opinion. The energy that works is I'm going to save for my course like I saved for all my courses. And when I saved for them, I was invested. Like the truth is you only really get invested when you've saved up for something. When you save up for anything, I can't wait till I've afford to pay for this course. Now you're invested. Now you're going to put your time and effort into it. Now you're going to, hey, I have to do it. I invested in it. So I want, like, giving it away. I'm sorry, guys. I've tried that. It doesn't work. People don't think it's worth anything because the mind of most people is if it's expensive, it must be worth something, which is utter bullshit. But unfortunately, that's the way humanity is. You look at these handbags, which are how much are they? 50,000, 100,000. You can't have a handbag. Why not? Because we only let you know when there's a handbag available. What do you mean? Well, we don't have any handbags, and we'll let you know if we can allow you to have this handbag. Are you stupid or what? Do you think I'm that thick? Well, you're not, but most of the world is. So you're telling me there's a handbag and it's worth between 150,000 and 350,000. Yeah. Really? Is it? What's it called? Burka or something? I don't know. Right, something like that. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you don't. Yeah, no, we don't have any. It might be 3 years since you get it, and then you find out that they've got hundreds in the back, and it's all lies, and you end up thinking like. I end up thinking, are people thinking like that's me? Do people really think that that's me? Is that handbag worth 350,000? Is it? Chuff. It's just a frigging handbag. Give me a break. If you want to know what's worth every penny, it's 4 days of me and Layla Satie looking into you, sharing all our wisdom, helping you become the most powerful healer. So for the rest of your life, you've got that with you, not a frigging handbag. See where the world's gone crazy? And me justifying how much I charge for the course when people go out and spend 100, 200, 300, 400 on a handbag or a watch. It's like madness. But this is the way we are. I should be proud of my course, and I think it's worth every penny of €1,000, but it's not. It's much less than that. I think it's worth €2,000. Why? Because I know it's worth it for your whole life. You will have something in there that changes within you, that you become. Something happens. That's all I can say. And it's not easy to put into words, but if you follow the course, and if you do the course wholeheartedly with an open heart, and you do it with the love and the passion, you will not be let down. You will not be let down. You will not be disappointed. So there you go. That's it. I do wish you a lovely day, guys. From the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry I hadn't answered everybody's message, but from the bottom of my heart, have a great day. And if you are going to do the Pure Energy Healing Academy course, the Pure Energy Healing course, I wish you an absolutely magical 4-day experience, life-changing. And I hope it just does something like it did for me and many others, that changes your life so it becomes so beautiful thereafter. Never stop healing. Never stop healing. Keep going, and it will serve you well the rest of your life. It is more powerful than any medicine you could ever have. It's more powerful than any life coaching. It's more powerful than anything that I believe wholeheartedly. It is a beautiful 4-day course. Right, there you go. Wishing you a lovely day. Good luck with the course. I'll put a link below to the Pure Energy Healing course, and good luck and enjoy it. Bye for now, everybody. Thanks for joining me today.